Hi, George here. Have you ever wanted to have a louder jukebox, something which you can hear further away? I already made this video for Minecraft Java, but I got a request to do this for Minecraft Bedrock, and here you go. I'll show you how to do that here in Minecraft Bedrock. Let's just try this out. Put that in. There we go. If you walk down this way, you can hear it at 16 blocks, no problem. It's 32 blocks. It begins to fade out now. And by the time we get down here to 64 blocks, the sound is totally gone. So I can no longer hear that jukebox out here at 64 blocks. But I'll show you how you can hear it a lot further if you want to. It's actually very easy to do. Now there are two parts to this. First, there is the jukebox part of this, how far away the jukebox can be heard. And second, there is the sound, the volume here at the jukebox. We can control both of those. Now to do that, we have to make a resource pack for this. So I'll switch out to the desktop and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, here we are on my desktop. And the first thing I'll need is a folder to build your pack in. I just made one here on my C drive. I called it Bedrock Packs. Call it whatever you want, that's fine. I also have a custom pack icon in here. You can use the default pack icon, and I'll show you where to get that once we get down to that point. But I like using my own. It's really easy. It's just an image at 128 by 128. That's all that is. And it's a PNG file, all lowercase. Okay, we now need to get the vanilla resource pack for this, and that is up online. And this right here on GitHub. I'll put this link in the description so you can get right to this page. Ignore anything that says preview and pre-release. We don't want those. Just scroll down and then come down to the one that says latest right there. That's the one that you want. And then click on source code zip to download the zip file. Let's go ahead, we'll do that. And we'll save it right back here into the same folder. Choose save. Let's now go back to the folder and get the files that we need. Here it is. Now click on your file here, right click, and let's open this in a new window. I'll put that right here. Let's go inside of the folder, come down, go inside a resource pack down here. Then we need three things out of here. First, if you go into sounds and scroll down, you'll see a sound definitions file right there. We need that file. We also need that in the sounds folder. So let's make that. Let's go back over here, hit the new button, and let's make a new folder. Just call it sounds. And open that up, and then back over here again, and take that sound definitions and drag it over there. That copies that out. Let's go back to the main working folder. Go back up here to the resource pack folder. The next thing we need is the manifest.json file right here. Just drag that over. That's good. And then if you wanted to have the default pack icon, that's right here. That's just that grass block icon. That's all that is. Again, easy to make your own if you want to. Okay, that's all we need from this. We can now close this down. There we go. Now we need to go into sounds. We have to edit the sound definitions file. Let me just change my view here. There we go. I have to edit the sound definitions file. Now you need to see that .json at the end. If you don't see that, this is not going to work properly for you. So just make sure that we see that. And if you don't, click on view, come down to show, and click on file name extensions right there. This is Windows 11. That's how you do it in Windows 11. If you're doing this in Windows 10, click on the view tab and then put a check next to file name extensions. Same thing. Okay, let's open this up. And I'm doing this inside of Notepad++. It's a free download. Makes it easy. And you'll probably come up here at the top like that. So you need to find the records in here. So go up here to search and find, and then type in records and find next. That should bring it down into the records section. And you should see records 11 as your first one right there. Okay, we're in the right spot. Now we need to change this for every single one of the records that we're using. So if you're changing all of your records, you have to change all the records to make this work. If you're not, then you can just change just the one that you're working on. Now we'll be demoing this with the blocks record. So I'll just scroll down here until I find blocks. That's the one that I had changed there. That's my custom record. So there are two things in here. The top one up here, this is your max distance. As you recall, the sound faded away when it got down to 64 blocks away. That's what that max distance is. Let's just go ahead and double this up. Make it 128. We'll now be able to hear that twice as far away. And if you want the volume louder, that's right here where it says volume. So it's those two spots. Again, this is just for this one record. So if you want to change this for everything, you have to change it on every single one of the records. Let's just make this twice as loud. Make this a 1.0 instead of 0.5. So it's now twice as loud at the jukebox, and it fades away twice as far away. We'll save that and close that down. Back to our folder, back to our basic setting here. So that's all that part. Now I need to take this manifest.json, update this just a little bit. Let's open this up. Again, I'm doing this in Notepad++. Two things in here. We have the name of the pack. It's up here and down here, and it's over down here. Let's just change all of these. Let's call this one Louder Jukebox. And then I'll select that, right-click, and copy. Let's come down here where it says name. Select that, stay inside of those quotation marks, right-click, and paste. Make sure you don't lose the quotation marks. Make sure you're staying inside of those. And come down here, same thing, right-click, and paste. Okay, we now have these two UUID codes. It's one up here and the one down here. They're different, but we need to change both of those. These are basically just like license plates on a car. Each car has to have its own license plates. Each pack has to have its own UUID codes. That's all that is. Now we can get new ones of these, again, online. Let me bring that website up. And it's right here, the online UUID generator. It should go right here to version 4. That's correct. And then click on refresh. So make sure you have a brand new code in here. Click on copy. Let's go back to the manifest file, which is right here. And let's change that top one. Again, stay inside those quotes, right click and paste. Let's go back here to the generator. Click on refresh. Copy the new code. Back over to the manifest. Let's select our bottom code right here. Right click and paste. And that's good. Let's save that. That's now done. It's that easy. Okay, let's go back over to our working folder, which is right here. So we have our sounds folder. That's done. Manifest is fixed. And we have our pack icon. Let's now grab these, hold the control key down, get those three things. That's all you need. Right click, and let's compress to zip file. Make sure you're seeing that .zip on there. Again, if you're not seeing that, go up to view and come down to show and make sure that you have fundamental extensions showing. Very important, especially right now. Let's click into the name and give it a new name. Let's call it Louder Jukebox, and then change that .zip and make it say .mc pack. There we go. Okay, click outside. You get this warning, just choose yes, and you should see that icon change. If you don't, go inside of a folder, come back out again, it should change, or hit the F5 key, that should refresh the page. You'll then see that. Okay, now you need to go back into the game, and I need to load this into the game. This should work with a game running, but I never trust that. I always make sure the game is shut down before I try this. So make sure that your game is closed, and will then launch the game using this MC pack. Okay, double click on the MC pack, and this will launch Minecraft, and then import that new file. You can see that here, import started. Make sure it goes through. There we go, successfully imported. That's fine. Okay, come down to settings, and inside of settings, scroll down where it says global resources, click this, and click where it says my packs, and you should see your pack right there on top. There's that custom icon I used. Just click on this, choose activate. It should disappear from here and move up to here. Let's double check. There it is. It moved here. That's fine. Okay, let's back out of settings. Then click play. And let's go into our creative world right here. This works in all modes. This works in creative. It works in survival. All of that is fine. Okay, so there we go. And it's been activated. Let's now see this works. So go ahead and play this and see if it's louder. Definitely louder. Not a lot. I only made it from 0.5 to 1. So we have a louder jukebox at the jukebox. Let's now see if we can hear this further away. Okay, last time this faded out when we got down to 64. Let's just see if this works for us or not. There's 32. Okay, no fade out yet. There's 48, no fade out yet. There's 64. We're still hearing it. There's 80. Still going. There's 96. So still working for us. Beginning to fade out. And there we go. Right at 128, the sound goes away. So we've doubled the distance in here, so you can hear it a lot further away. So there you go. That's how you can make your discs louder and also make them so you can hear them further away. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Give me a like. Also subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers here as fast as I can. And I'll see you next time.